K-Gun 9 on your side, live at 10, starts right now.
It only takes a little bit of those types of medications for an individual to become addicted to it long term.
The opioid crisis is gripping the United States.
And a factor you might not realize is contributing: the unused pills in your cabinet. Good evening. Thank you for joining us. I'm Pat Paris.
And I'm Stella Inger. Amid the opioid epidemic, a success for the DEA in Arizona.
On the latest prescription take-back day, they collected more than 6 tons of prescription drugs. But as 9 on your side's Max Darrow reports, you can easily get rid of excess meds at any time.
You get a prescription, you don't need all the pills, and they end up sitting in your cabinet for months, maybe even years. Sound familiar? Well, it might not seem like a big deal. Raul Munoz with the Pima County Health Department says it actually is.
Any excess of these types of medications is a potential hazard to that, not only the individual that they were prescribed to, but anybody that is in the home.
Best practice, he says, get rid of them when you're done taking them. But it's important to do this properly. Throwing them away in the garbage can harm animals and the environment, and flushing them,
What happens a lot of times, it gets into our water system,
contaminating the water many of us drink every day.
The best place to put those old pills that you don't need anymore, those prescriptions that you just don't have a use for anymore, are in these safe medication disposal boxes. It's kind of like a mailbox, but it's for pills.
Liquid prescriptions also need to be thrown out properly for some of the same reasons.
mix it with coffee grounds and or kitty litter, and then secure it into some type of container and then duct tape it, and then that is safe to throw away in the trash.
Another way to get rid of prescriptions without leaving your house, these D.E.A bags that dissolve and deactivate the pills.
The bag is biodegradable, it's environmentally safe, and just throw it away in the trash.
For a list of the 25 spots where you can drop off old prescriptions around town, head to kgun9.com. Max Darrow, KGUN 9, on your side.
And Tucson now has its first 24-hour methadone clinic. Kodak Health Recovery and Wellness Center is available for addicts who need medication to help curb their addiction. They offer methadone, Suboxone, and naltrexone. The center also offers free rides for those seeking help. Information on how at kgun9.com.
Tonight, a sheriff's deputy involved in a multi-vehicle crash. There you see the video. Happened near Tanque Verde and Catalina Highway. Although the deputy's car was in really bad shape, PCSD says there were just minor injuries in that crash.
A passenger is in critical condition after a road rage shooting on the southwest side. Police say the suspect who fired the shots was driving a maroon Jeep Cherokee with a speedometer sticker on the back window. The driver took off going westbound on Ajo. He's described as a Hispanic man in his 30s with a muscular build and slicked back hair. The car is lifted with silver rims and dark tint. Call 88 Crime with any information. The Tucson Police Department is investigating the death of 18-year-old Rosaura Hernandez. It happened Sunday night near the 1200 block of Craycroft. That's
right. Police say a relative called the department out of concern for Hernandez, who had been fighting with her live-in boyfriend, 21-year-old Joshua Hilaire. When police checked the apartment, no one was home. Then 2 hours later, police responded to a 911 call from the apartment, where they found Hernandez injured and unresponsive. She was pronounced dead at the scene. Now, police are looking for Hilaire in connection with the murder. If you have any information, as you see him pictured there, you're asked to call 88 Crime. And Pima County sheriffs are looking for a missing man this evening. Deputies say 20-year-old Manuel Molina has not been seen or heard from since April 9th. He is believed to have last been in the Golder Ranch area. Detectives believe Molina is missing under suspicious circumstances. If you have any information on his whereabouts, call 911 or 88 Crime. A 62-year-old hit-and-run victim has now died. Officials say Rose De.E.A was crossing Speedway east of Sarnoff when she was hit. The driver ran away. Detectives initially thought she would be paralyzed, but she died yesterday at the hospital. Police are searching for the person who did this. Call 911 or 88 Crime with information.
A hiker was killed when he fell off the trail at Horseshoe Bend over the weekend. 33-year-old Zachary Wallace fell more than 800 feet into Glen Canyon. His brother called sheriff's officials to tell them his brother had fallen. DPS used a helicopter to recover his body. Another danger for hikers, these high temperatures. Today, Pima County released tips for how to stay safe this summer. They may seem obvious, but always a good reminder this time of the year. They say you should cool down, drink up, and plan ahead. Cool down by staying indoors when the weather is the hottest and wearing light-colored clothes. Avoid alcohol and caffeine and drink more water than normal. Pace yourself, seek shade, and check the weather forecast every single day.
It's never too early to remind people about that, especially, Aaron, we're not used to the hundreds yet, having just had it 2 days in a row now.
Well, this is true, right? But boy, have we been thrown into it.
Yes.
And we're going to have to get used to it because we do have a string of triple digits on the way. And in case you missed it over the weekend, yes, we did have our first 100-degree day of the year yesterday, and Tucson topped out at 103. And this kind of kicks off a triple-digit heat streak for us. We were at 100 today, 100 tomorrow, we'll be at 100 Wednesday, and 101 come Thursday. So we are in the throes of the hottest week of the year so far, but we do have a slight cool down coming this weekend. That's in your full forecast.
All right. Thank you, Aaron. Jeff Sessions in Phoenix this morning, what he told a group of law enforcement officials about sanctuary cities.
Plus, why owners of Mazda and Ford Ranger trucks should stop driving them immediately. You're watching KGUN 9 on your side. Attorney General Jeff Sessions was in Phoenix this morning talking law enforcement. He had some pretty harsh words for those who support sanctuary cities and what Sessions called a, quote, radical agenda.
You can be across the border in Arizona today, be in San Francisco hauling drugs tomorrow, and be arrested and not be deported because it's a sanctuary city. Is this what they're saying? Yes, basically, that's what they're saying. It's unacceptable.
Today's planned visit to Phoenix and San Diego comes about a week after hundreds of Central American migrants traveled to the U.S. border seeking asylum following a month-long caravan through Mexico. President Trump and cabinet members called it proof that more must be done to secure the border.
A federal appeals court says Maricopa County can be held liable for racial profiling that took place under former Sheriff Joe Arpaio. It stems from legal action against Arpaio and the county to stop discrimination against Latinos. A high-profile class action suit claimed Arpaio unfairly targeted Hispanics in traffic stops. Now the Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals says the county is also liable for the illegal activity.
I have to say, after a hot day outside, it's pretty nice tonight. Right, Aaron?
Yeah, it's pretty nice this evening. We have cooled off to the 60s at this hour, but we want to know how you are keeping cool in our triple-digit heat. I think Daniela started something when we used her photo earlier of her first EGs, and that's how she keeps cool. Holly Frias's Ale sent us this photo, or this is Ale eating some ice cream. She said that's the way she does it. Share at KGUN9.com. Your forecast is coming up.
All right, Aaron, thank you. Plus, how safe are Airbnbs? A new study shows they're lacking in some areas. We'll show you what to look out for if you're looking for a place to stay. You're watching KGUN 9 on your side.
The danger from defective airbags is so bad in some trucks, the U.S. is now issuing another warning not to drive them and get them fixed right away. The trucks involved in this do not drive warning are 2006 Ford Rangers and Mazda B-Series trucks. The National Highway Traffic Safety Administration says today just 44% of Ford Rangers have been fixed, just more than half of the Mazda trucks. Dealers will tow your truck for free and the repair is free as well. When you stay at a hotel, you don't have to think twice about certain things like smoke detectors, carbon monoxide detectors, or even fire extinguishers. But what about Airbnbs?
New findings out today suggest many of them may be falling short on fire safety. Kumasi Aaron has the warning and what you need to look out for.
So this is our Airbnb room in our mother-in-law basement.
Monica Schaefer designed this room to make guests feel like it's their home away from home.
They have a private bathroom over here.
But most importantly, she designed it to keep them safe if there were ever a fire.
They can get out this door if they need to, if it's an emergency fire in this room. We also keep a fire extinguisher on hand in the room. It's right down here. And fire alarm as is to be expected. And there's a carbon monoxide monitor too over in that corner if there's ever any concern for that.
So what made you want to do so much to make sure that people are safe in case of a fire?
Well, I think it's just a standard expectation.
Unfortunately, it may not be as standard as you think. New findings out today from the relevant journal show only half of Airbnb venues have carbon monoxide alarms, and fewer than half have fire extinguishers or first aid kits.
Are you surprised that some people may not go through all of these steps that you guys go through?
I am a little surprised.
Most Airbnbs are in private homes, and although some states have standards for rental properties, national fire safety requirements don't usually apply. And although Airbnb encourages hosts to install fire safety equipment, it doesn't require them to provide proof. Researchers hope this information will change that.
You know, it's having those safety precautions in place that make you feel like you're at home. And Airbnb is about staying in people's homes and feeling at home.
I'm Kumasi Aaron reporting.
Tucson Unified School District is looking to fill empty bus driver positions. This Wednesday, they're holding a job fair to find those drivers at the Goodwill on Fort Lowell. That's Wednesday morning from 9 until noon. The district is looking to hire drivers immediately. They say no previous experience is required. Tomorrow there'll be a Tucson Career Fair. It's a free event from 11 in the morning till 2 in the afternoon. That's at the Hilton Tucson East at 7600 Broadway. There will be hundreds of job opportunities, including sales, customer service, accounting, banking, retail, and more. For more information, visit nationalcareerfairs.com. The link is on our website, kgun9.com. A new entertainment business is taking over the old Sears store at Park Place Mall.
This is exciting. Round one will include an arcade, bowling, darts, pool, ping pong, and even karaoke. They'll host parties, happy hours, you name it. Round one announced they would open a Tucson location on their website. No word when the business is actually set to open.
Now, KGUN 9 on your side. First warning weather. Brought to you by Casino del Sol, the soul of Tucson.
So did we or didn't we? Oh, yes, we did. I'm talking about hitting our first triple-digit day of the year. It actually happened yesterday, and Tucson jumped right over that 100-degree mark. We went for 103, and that put us 15 degrees above average. And this does kick off a string of triple-digit days for us. We were at 100 in Tucson today. Casa Grande at 101, Phoenix 101, Gila Bend 103. You know we're getting hot in the valley here, right? When folks up in Show Low are feeling the 80s. And a quick check of our scorecard from the weather department. Our 100 does put us 11 degrees above average for this date. We were actually closer to the record of 105 set back in 1989, but no records for us. Certainly no record low either. The record low for this date, 37, set back in 1915. So with this, we are talking triple digits at least through Thursday, maybe even Friday. 100 for our Tuesday, 100 for our Wednesday, 101 Thursday. The temps you're seeing here, those are the averages to compare the high to. So we will be running a good 10 to 11 degrees above normal here through the entire work week. Right now we've cooled off a touch. We're at 83. Our skies are clear, humidity at 10%. This is at least at Tucson's airport, and the wind pushing in from the west-southwest at just 8 miles per hour. Mostly clear skies expected overnight. The cloud cover that we had picked up over the course of the day starting to clear out, but it's going to be too little too late as far as allowing us to really cool down to our fullest potential. So some of those clouds that will hang on will trap in the heat that we picked up earlier today. And our 68 degrees, even as an overnight low, is going to be 10 degrees warmer than normal. So we start the day warmer than normal. We have a tendency to finish up warmer than normal, and tomorrow will be no exception. We are expecting 11 degrees above average as we top out at 100. Won't have the benefit of that cloud cover like what we had today. In fact, full-on sunshine in our forecast. Here's a breakdown of our Tuesday. 6 a.m. 68. If you have to be outdoors for any reason, this is the time to do it. Early morning or late evening, right? 80 degrees by 8 a.m. Come 10 o'clock, we'll already be in the 90s. 98 at lunchtime, 2 o'clock, 100, 4 o'clock at the century mark as well. Of course, a little cooler across Cochise County. 95 for Douglas, your Tuesday in Wilcox and Bowie at 93, 89 in the Bisbee area, 93 for Sonoyta, as well as Sierra Vista. You'll be one above that in Nogales. Marana, how about 103 for you? Ajo at 98, 99 in Sells, 99 in 3 Points, 99 for Safford. So quite a few places kind of teetering on that triple-digit mark. 101 for Sahuarita, 99 Vale, and Benson, 98 for Oro Valley. So here's how you can plan your day. Oro Valley, you will start off at 66 degrees, warming to 93 by lunchtime. Again, that high is going to come somewhere around 4 or 5 o'clock-ish, and then you'll fall back to 97 at 6 p.m. At 6 p.m. in Marana, 96 degrees. Here's a look at the extended forecast. We do have a little cool down coming. And I do emphasize little cool down. We will drop to the low 90s here as we head through our Saturday and Sunday. Storm system passing through to our north will bring us slightly cooler air. No rain, but we are expecting those wind gusts back to 30 miles per hour over the weekend. Pat, Stella?
Aaron, thank you. We'll take that little cool down.
Sure we will. Jason Barr, many of us are saying, hey, 76ers, why didn't TJ McConnell start this entire postseason.
Yeah, where was this the whole last week?
Right.
I think he's going to start Game 5, though. A career best for T.J. McConnell, the former Wildcat. Put up one great game. What his coaches told him beforehand. We'll hear from T.J. McConnell next. Plus, the Roadrunners in the AHL playoffs. Could their comeback hold up? You're watching KGUN 9. Stay with us.
Now, KGUN 9 on your side sports with sports director Jason Barr.
It's no Texas two-step. The Roadrunners are set to play the next 3 games on the road in Austin. It is the American Hockey League Pacific Division Finals. Goalie Aiden Hill in Tucson. Down 4-2 heading into the third period. Connor Garland doing work behind the net, feeds Trevor Murphy, and the Roadrunners are within a goal. So now they just need the equalizer. Carter Camper to Dakota Mermis. After receiving stitches earlier in the game, Mermis scores his second goal of the night. We're tied up at 4 and going to overtime. In the extra session, a bad turnover by Dyson Mayo. Oh no, Sheldon Drives makes him pay, beating Hill. The Stars win 5-4 in OT. They take a 2-1 series lead. Former Wildcat T.J. McConnell making just his second start of the season, trying to spark Philadelphia and fight off elimination by the Celtics in the Eastern Division or the Eastern Conference semifinals. TJ, after a bucket there, here's a baseline jumper. He was a difference maker. McConnell, watch him run the floor. A career-high 19 points, 9 of 12 shooting. He also had 7 rebounds and 5 assists. 76ers win 103-92. Celtics, though, still lead the series 3-1 as we hear from TJ.
Just trying to do everything I can to help this team win, get the crowd into it, bring us energy on the defensive end, and get us in our sets. And, you know, Coach told me to do those things. And, you know, one of our assistants always says just hit singles. And that's what I tried to do.
Hey, he did more than that. Here's a look at some recent additions to the current U of A basketball roster. Justin Coleman is the graduate transfer from Alabama's Samford University. His arrival did not prevent Brandon Williams from recommitting over the weekend. The 6'5" shooting guard, that's Devonair Dautrieve. He is from California. Omar Thielmans is a small forward from Belgium. And Ryan Luther is a power forward. He is a grad transfer from Pittsburgh. Let's talk some baseball. Diamondbacks off today. Arizona takes the National League's best record into Dodger Stadium tomorrow night. A.J. Pollock is the National League Player of the Week. He had 4 home runs and had a triple in Sunday's win. Speaking of awards, U of A's Cody Deason is the Pac-12 Pitcher of the Week. This following his performance against UCLA. Deason shut out the 7th-ranked Bruins while striking out a career-high 11 batters. It was part of a 3-game sweep over UCLA. That's sports.
Let's go back to T.J. McConnell a second. We were just, before we came on the air, we were, with your segment, we were talking about, you know, LeBron loves T.J. McConnell. Who doesn't? But LeBron does. Is there a chance that maybe they could wind up together?
Yeah, you know, I think there's a scenario where LeBron goes to the Lakers, right? Luke Walton's coaching the Lakers. He knows who T.J. is.
But
LeBron. Oh, I know we're doing a lot of ifs here,
but there's
right?
a lot of people that think that he's going to go
right.
to LA.
That he could go to the Lakers, and then T.J. McConnell could join the Lakers and maybe back up Lonzo Ball. We're just having fun.
That would be interesting.
That's part of sports, is to speculate, you know,
and have fun with it.
Exactly.
Jason, thank you. Ken Jeong was in Phoenix over the weekend.
What this comedian did that is drawing more attention than his jokes. You're watching KGUN 9 on your side. Ken Jeong may be best known as a comedian, but his medical background is nothing to laugh at. The Hangover star was performing in Phoenix on Saturday when a woman in the crowd started having a seizure.
Yeah, Jeong and an EMT held the woman until an ambulance got there. No word on this woman's condition, but Ken Jeong was discovered when he starred in The Hangover. Before that, did you guys know he was a working doctor? Who knew? A very talented man.
Yes.
He can do it all.
I guess so.
Doctor, comedian.
Pretty well-rounded.
Yep, very well-rounded. It's going to be a warm week.
Yes, our temperatures here going in the triple digits the next 3 days. Pretty close to it on Friday and then dropping off somewhat over the weekend to the low 90s, but we'll have to take the wind that comes with that cool down.
Yeah, but a bit of a break over the weekend. That looks good. Thank you, Erin. Thank you for joining us.
We hope you have a good night. Join Good Morning Tucson starting at 4:30 a.m.